What sounds compassionate and what is compassionate may not always be the same. Compassion must not be rooted simply in our feelings or measured by our own subjective satisfaction in saying simply, I've helped the poor. True compassion sees and deals with the root of the problem. Fact is that many of us want to help the poor because of the good feelings that it gives us. We're concerned about salving our conscience, not whether our help has actually met their long-term needs. The true compassion gives people what they need, not just what they want. Primary calling is not to help others, even ourselves, feel good. Help them be good. Shoveling money and goods at poor people may help us and them feel good for a short time. It takes time, it takes thought, it takes commitment on our part and theirs. Help them do what is best for them in the long run.
From 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 12, just as a body, though one, has many parts, but all of its many parts form one body, so it is with Christ. The Brisben Center follows faithfully its calling to serve this community, to serve the folks who are challenged with homelessness. That 35-year calling requires us to address the root causes, not just to provide shelter. That's a primary reason. That's part of our vision. And so we do so by the grace and provision of God in our community, through the prayers and gifts offered by our community. So what does the Thurman Brisben Center provide? We provide temporary shelter, as you already know. We provide case management with referrals. We provide nutritious meals. We provide job help coaching. We do parenting support with our parents in the community and in the shelter so they can become better parents so that their children don't return to homelessness again. We offer financial management to help folks get their finances together, learn how to save funding, be able to build upon their careers so that they can become sustainably rehoused. We do job interview preparation. We provide children's activities such as a junior naturalist program. We provide understanding, cooking, and nutrition. It's called the UCAN Club, where children and their family members work together to select healthy foods, prepare it in household appliances, and then to serve that food and to store it. And I want to mention our primary program, Mobility Mentoring Navigators. They help participants develop plans and to achieve their plans for success. Those are results-based plans that we help our individuals that are participating so that they can achieve those goals that are in those plans.
I want to thank the Thurman Brisben Center for being there for us in a time of need. Amen. It was a place of safety. It was a place where I can go and lay my head down and put my children to sleep and clean them and feed them when I was going through a time about almost 10 years ago. I was in an abusive marriage at the time, and I needed a place to go. I couldn't stay with family. I couldn't stay with friends the way I need to, because let me tell you something. People get very rude and very ugly when they see that you're in need. But I remember God telling me to call the Thurman Brisben shelter. Put the pride away and go in there. And I said, oh my God, I have twins, a boy and a girl, and I had a teenager. And I said, God, I'm scared. I don't know how this is going to be because I've never been in that type of situation. But he let me know that everything was going to be all right. And when I walked through those doors of the Thurman Brisben shelter and I looked to the left and I seen that meditation room, I knew that God will meet me there. Come on and give God a hand clap of praise.
We need grace, truth. Grace and truth in our approach. While grace meets the immediate needs of the homeless, truth requires us to delve deeper and address the underlying causes of homelessness. See, grace offers unconditional acceptance. Truth requires enforcement of rules. Grace offers giving another chance. Truth requires maintenance of boundaries. Grace offers showing compassion. Truth requires administering justice. Grace offers providing support and care. Truth requires challenging and empowering. Grace offers upholding legal rights, while truth requires encouraging personal responsibility. This is why we support the Brisben Center. They're trying to incorporate grace and truth in their approach. Their effective approach, though, unfortunately, has alienated them from the help of the government. But it should encourage us, churches, jump alongside them and support them.
As envisioned 35 years ago, the Brisben Center continues serving in its particular role, its call to resolve homelessness. We focus on root causes so the folks who participate on their issues are equipped for success, so that they are equipped not to become homeless again. We measure that in terms of, did your income increase? We see increases in income from folks at the center who are applying themselves and are accountable to their plans.
See, I was working 2 jobs, and I was taking care of my children. So when I look back at the work that the Thurman Brisben has put together for us in this community, I was able to draw from that well that my children can now grow up and be happy children and be proud of themselves as people in the community. This has been a journey, but I wouldn't change a thing. And I'm so glad that when that school bus came to that shelter and picked up my children and took them to school, that it was a place that was there, that we can do that. And I thank God that it was there to give me a new start, a new beginning, and a place that I can go back now and tell anyone that if it had not been for God on our side, where would we have been? God built the Thurman Brisben, and God will keep the Thurman Brisben. And whatever the Thurman Brisben needs, if it's the finances that they need, God will supply all of our needs according to his riches and glory. There's acres of diamonds waiting here in our community alone. If you know somebody that can write a check, call them up and tell them that the Thurman Brisben has need. Because there's always going to be families that's going to need to walk through those doors and be able to reestablish their lives. Now you ask the question, will it help everyone? Maybe not. But for those who want the help, help them. Help them. Because you never know who they will become.
I really want to thank everyone for your participation, for your prayers, for your participation in this Thurman Brisben Center. I want to appreciate Spotswood Baptist Church and Pastor Dan Cook for hosting us, and for all of you for coming. Now, according to the one who can accomplish exceedingly abundantly far more than we could ever ask for or imagine, to him be glory, Jesus Christ and the church for all generations. Amen. Go in peace.